discuss about what is magnetic effects of electric current, how to calculate the magnetic field strength at any point due to a current carrying conductor by Biot-Savart's law, what is Biot-Savart's law, and what is the expression for the magnetic field strength due to a current carrying conductor according to Biot-Savart's law. So today we are going to discuss about some applications of the Biot-Savart's law. So let's do some applications of Biot-Savart's law. Okay, previously we already discussed in previous class that according to Biot-Savart's law, if this is a current carrying conductor carrying current I, and here is a point P where we want to calculate the magnetic field strength due to this current carrying conductor. So first of all, we have to imagine a current carrying element of length dl, which current carrying is I, and the position vector of this point of observation from this is r vector, and this is the tangent which denotes the direction of current carrying element, and this angle between the direction of current carrying element and the position vector of the observation point is theta. So according to the Biot-Savart's law, the magnetic field strength at point P in vector form is equal to how much? Mu naught by 4 pi I dl vector cross r vector divided by r vector mod q, or simply in scalar form we can write this as mu naught by 4 pi I dl r sin theta by r vector mod q, or this can be written as like this. So cancelling this, it will be how much? Mu naught by 4 pi I dl sin theta by r square. This is the expression for magnetic field strength in scalar form, and its direction we can easily determine by using, as this is this cross product. So the direction will be D will be by using right hand form rule, like this is dl cross B, this is the direction of dl, this is the direction of r, so dl cross r will be inside. Or we can also apply the right hand palm rule, that means stretching the finger along this position vector and the thumb along the current carrying element direction like this, then the direction of palm will show the magnetic field strength at this point. So this is also inward. So at point P the magnetic field strength will be inward. Clear? So this is all about the Biot-Savart's law which studied in previous class. So now let us discuss some application of the Biot-Savart's law. So now let us discuss the first application for the Biot-Savart's law, that is the magnetic field strength due to a long finite straight current carrying conductor. Field strength due to a long finite straight current carrying conductor. Okay, so let us first draw the figure for this. Let this is the current carrying conductor, then we that's P, Q, and here is a point of observation P, which is at a perpendicular distance r from this current carrying conductor. Let this point be N. Clear? And the current I is flowing through this conductor along this direction from P to Q, and the two ends of this current carrying conductor PQ makes angle theta 1 and theta 2 with the point of observation P. Let this angle be theta 1 and this angle be theta 2. Clear? So according to Biot-Savart's law, what is the formula for magnetic field strength at a point due to a current carrying conductor? So the Biot-Savart's law gives us the formula that dV equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl sin theta by r square. This is the Biot-Savart's law that we have, and using this we have to calculate the magnetic field strength at point P due to this finite long straight current carrying conductor which carries current I, and the point of observation is at a perpendicular distance r from this current carrying conductor. So here I dl is the current carrying element and theta is the angle between the direction of current carrying element and the position vector of this point. What is r? Here r is the distance between the current carrying element and the position vector and the point of observation P. So For this formula, we have to first assume a current carrying element of this current carrying conductor. So let us assume a current carrying element at this point. Let this is the current carrying element of length dx. Clear? Which is at a distance, which is at a point. Let this point be named as x. And this current carrying element at point S is at a distance of x from this base of this perpendicular distance L. Clear? And as this is a straight current carrying conductor, so the direction of this current carrying element is also along this current carrying conductor like this. As this is the straight current carrying conductor, tangent to this will be along this direction. So this is the direction of current carrying element dx, which carries current also I. So this is the current carrying element I dx having the direction along this current carrying conductor, as this is the straight current carrying conductor. And the position or the distance of this point of position P from this current carrying element will be this one. Let this is the distance of the point of position P. Let this distance be L. Clear? And this distance makes, and this position makes an angle theta with this perpendicular distance PL. Clear? Now we have to use this formula for this figure. So here this is the position vector of the point of observation P with respect to the current carrying element dx, and this is the direction of current carrying element along this, and this is the direction of the position vector, and the value magnitude of the position vector is L. So what is the theta value? Here the theta is the angle between the direction of current carrying element and the position vector of the point of observation. So for this figure, this is the direction of current carrying element and this is the direction of position vector of the point of observation with respect to current carrying element. So this theta will be here, not this one. This is not the theta as mentioned here. This theta will be this angle, because the theta here, the angle theta is between the direction of current carrying element and the position vector. So this will be the angle for this theta. Let us mention here, this will be alpha. Clear? So now this is the figure done according to our requirement. So now we have to apply the Biot-Savart's law to find out the magnetic field strength at this point. So to apply this one, this expression will be for this. How much? The dB equal to mu naught by 4 pi. Current I is flowing through this, we will dimension I. dl is the length of the current carrying element. Here dl is mentioned as dx, so it will be I dx sin theta. Theta is the angle between direction of current carrying element and position vector. So here it will be sin alpha divided by r square is the distance square between current carrying element and point of observation. So here the distance between current carrying element and point of observation L, so it will become L square. Let it be equation 1. This is the expression for magnetic field strength at point P according to Biot-Savart's law. So now we have to calculate the magnetic field strength at point P. So now from this triangle, what is the value of alpha? Now in triangle NSP, what is alpha? As this is 90 degree, this is theta. So alpha will be how much? 90 minus theta. Here in this triangle, this is 90 degree, this angle is theta. So this alpha will be how much? 90 minus theta. So this implies sin alpha will be sin 90 minus theta, that is equal to cos theta. Clear? The value of sin alpha will be equal to how much? Cos theta. Let it be equation 2. Clear? Similarly, in triangle NSP, what is the value of cos theta? In triangle NSP, what is the value of cos theta? This is cos theta, cos theta is equal to B by X. So if this is theta for this right angle triangle, what is B? This will be B R by X. H means this will L. So from this you can get L equal to how much? R by cos theta, or this can be written as R say theta. So this is the expression for L. Let it be equation 3. And again, what is the M triangle? NSP. NSP. What is the value of tan theta? What is the value of tan theta? Here theta, tan theta equal to P by B. So here is the value of theta. So P means this one. This is value X. By B means this one R. So this implies you can get from this X equal to R tan theta. Clear? So from this we can get dx, differentiating both sides with respect to theta, dx by d theta equal to how much? R sec square theta. Here R is constant and tan theta have differentiation sec square theta. So from this you can write dx equal to R sec square theta d theta. Clear? So let it be equation 4. So in triangle NSP, alpha equal to 90 minus theta. So from this you can get sin alpha equal to cos theta. Let it be equation 2. And similarly in the triangle NSP, the value of cos theta, this is theta. So value of cos theta will be how much? B by H, that is R by L. This implies L equal to how much? R by cos theta or R sec theta. Again in same triangle, the value of tan theta will be P by B, which is equal to X by R. P by B, X by R. So from this you get X equal to R tan theta. By differentiating both sides with theta, we get dx by d theta equal to R sec square theta. Or this implies dx equal to R sec square theta d theta. Equation 4. Clear? So now using this equation 2, 3 and 4 in equation 1, we will get what? So now using this equation 2, 3 and 4 in place of dx, we can write this much. In place of sin alpha, we can write cos theta. In place of L, we can write R sec theta. So now using equation 2, 3 and 4 in 1, we get so now let apply this equation 2, 3 and 4 in 1. What we will get? dB equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dx. What is the value of dx? R sec square theta d theta. R sec square theta d theta. What is the value of sin alpha? Cos theta divided by L square. What is the value of L? R sec theta. So L square will be R square sec square theta. Okay. So from this one R from above, R cancel. Sec square theta cancel. So what will remain? So now from this will become how much? Mu naught I by 4 pi. 1 R remain here, R. On the above it will be cos theta d theta. This is the value of dB. Let it be equation 5. Okay, so this is the value of magnetic field strength at point P due to this much current carrying element of length dx. But we have to calculate the net magnetic field strength at this point P due to this complete current carrying conductor. Now here what is the variable? This dx or d theta. Theta is the variable and this angle theta is varies from theta 2, this end theta 2 to theta 1, and this theta 2 is anti-clockwise and this theta 1 is clockwise. So now integrating equation 5 with respect to proper limits, we get integration of dB, that is from 0 to B will be equal to mu naught I by 4 pi r cos theta d theta. The limit varies from theta 2 to theta 1. So this will be minus theta 2 to theta 1. This minus symbol is because this angle is measuring in anti-clockwise and this angle is measuring clockwise direction like this. This angle is measured like this and this angle is measured like this. That's why the negative sign comes here. So this will become how much? Mu naught I by 4 pi r integration of cos theta to d theta will be sin theta varies from minus theta 2 to theta 1. So this implies it can be written as dB will be how much? B limit 0 to B. So this will be become B equal to the net magnetic field strength at P equal to mu naught I divided by 4 pi r within the bracket sin theta 1 upper limit minus lower limit sin minus of theta 2, and we know minus of sin theta equal to minus sin theta. So this can be written as B equal to mu naught I by 4 pi r sin theta 1 plus sin theta 2. This is the expression for net magnetic field strength at point P due to a finite long straight current carrying conductor which carries current I. The perpendicular distance of the point of observation from the current carrying conductor is r, and theta 1 and theta 2 are respectively the angle made by the two ends of the current carrying element with the perpendicular distance of the point of observation from current carrying conductor. Here you have to remember this formula, and this will be very much important for numerical purpose and for your examination purpose to derive this expression. Clear? So this is the expression for net magnetic field strength at point P. This is the magnitude. What will be its direction? We can easily calculate the direction by using the right hand thumb rule or the right hand palm rule. This is the direction of current carrying element. This is the direction of position vector. So we have to stretch the finger according to right hand palm rule along the direction of position vector and thumb along the direction of current carrying element. So the direction of palm shows what? The direction of net magnetic field strength. So here the position vector, here is the current carrying element. So the direction of palm is inward at this point. So the magnetic field will be inward. According to same, we can calculate by using right hand thumb rule. This is dl, this is the position vector r, so dl cross r like this, so inward. So here the magnetic field strength is inward or into the fiber or into the plane. Clear? And this is the expression for net magnetic field strength due to a finite long straight current carrying conductor, where r is the separation perpendicular distance of point of observation to the current carrying element, I is the value of current flowing through the current carrying element, and theta 1 and theta 2 are what? The angle made by the two ends of the current carrying element with respect to the perpendicular distance of point of observation from the current carrying conductor. Clear? You have to remember this. Okay. So now let us discuss some special cases regarding the first application of the current carrying conductor. As we already discussed, if this is a straight long current carrying conductor and here is a point of observation P and here the current I is flowing through it, and these two ends of this current carrying conductor makes angle theta 1 and theta 2, and this is the perpendicular distance r, and this angle is theta 1 and this angle is theta 2, then the value of B at point P will be how much? dB is equal to mu naught I by 4 pi r sin theta 1 plus sin theta 2. Here this is theta 1, theta 2, both are, this is measuring in this direction and this is measuring in this direction. Clear? So this is the expression for magnetic field strength at this current carrying conductor of some finite length at point P. So what will be case 1? For infinite long straight conductor. Okay, if this conductor is infinite. That means this length is up to minus infinite and this length is up to plus infinite. Then what will be the value of magnetic field strength at this point, which is at the perpendicular distance r from this current carrying conductor. So as these two ends are reached up to infinite, so gradually this angle is also increasing to touch the point, and when this is meet at infinite, this angle will increase like this, and it will meet at where? Infinite. That means this line and this line, which makes angle theta with this point of observation, both are in parallel direction, and this angle will become how much when this reach up to infinite. So this angle theta 2 is gradually increasing and it will become like this, and these two will meet at infinite. So this angle will become 90 degree. Similarly, when this end reach up to infinite, this angle theta is also gradually start increasing, and this is also become like this, and this angle is also become how much? 90 degree. So here for infinite long straight conductor, the value of theta 1 equal to theta 2, which is equal to how much? 90 degree. So what is the value of dB? But here we can write only B because it is the complete conductor. So B equal to how much? Mu naught I by 4 pi r sin theta 1, that means sin 90 plus sin theta 2, that is also sin 90. What is the value of sin 90? 1. So it will become how much? Mu naught I by 4 pi r into 1 plus 1. This will become how much? Mu naught I by 4 pi r into 2, which is equal to mu naught I by 2 pi r equal to B. This is the expression for what? Magnetic field at this point P due to infinite long straight conductor carrying current I at a distance r from it, and direction will be like this again, inward. Clear? So this is the case 1. For a infinite long current carrying conductor carrying current I, the magnetic field strength at a perpendicular distance r from it is mu naught I by 2 pi r. Similarly, case 2. Okay, you have to remember this formula. If the point of observation is near at one end of an infinite long straight current carrying conductor. That means the figure will be like this. This is a long straight current carrying conductor which is here up to the infinite, and the point of observation is at a distance r from this one end P. This is the one end, and this conductor is reached up to plus infinite, and the point of observation is at point P, and it carries current I. So what is the magnetic field strength due to this infinite long straight conductor at point P? So as here, according to theta 1, here theta 1 will be this angle, which will be like this, which means at infinite 90 degree, and theta 2 will be how much? This is the end, it makes an angle what? 0 degree with this point of observation. So theta 2 will be 0 and theta 1 will be 90. So here theta 1 equal to 90 degree, theta 2 equal to how much? 0 degree. So for point of observation, so this B mu naught I by 4 pi r sin theta 1 90 plus sin theta 2 0. What is the this is equal to how much? Mu naught I by 4 pi r sin 90 is 1, sin 0 is 0. So this will become mu naught I by 4 pi r equal to B, the value of magnetic field strength, and the direction is also inward. Due to a infinite long straight conductor, if the point of observation is near at one end of an infinite long straight conductor carrying current. Here you have to remember this formula. Okay, so now let us discuss that if the point of observation is along the current carrying conductor, that will be case 3. If this is the long infinite straight current carrying conductor carrying current I, which is spread up to infinite, and here the point of observation P, which is along this current carrying conductor at a distance R from one of its end. So as here is the point of observation P, which is at a distance R from one of its end, but along this long straight current carrying conductor. So for this case, as the value of theta 1 will be how much? This end makes with this position vector, so this will be how much? 180 degree. And the value of theta 2 will be how much? This is along this, it will be 0 degree. So the value of B at point P will be how much? Mu naught by 4 pi R into I sin theta 1 plus sin theta 2. It will become how much? Mu naught I by 4 pi R sin 180 plus sin 0. These two are 0. So the net magnetic field strength at point P will be 0. So when the point of observation is along the infinite or along the current carrying conductor, the magnetic field strength at this point will be 0. So these are the some cases regarding the first application of the Biot-Savart's law, that is the magnetic field strength due to a long straight current carrying conductor, which is first we will discuss in general is a infinite. Then if that long straight current carrying conductor is in general it is a finite, but if this is infinite, so infinite long straight conductor means infinite term is a relative term. That means there is no such infinite long straight conductor exists, but it is a relative term. For example, if this is a long straight current carrying conductor of length L, clear? But the point of observation P is very close to this long straight current carrying conductor, which is at a distance R. And for this particular case, the length L is very large than R. Then this long straight current carrying conductor can also act as an infinite long straight current carrying conductor for this point of observation P. So infinite is a relative term. That doesn't mean there is really a long straight conductor exists which is spread from minus infinite to plus infinite. So if the point of observation distance is very small in comparison to the length of the long straight current carrying conductor, then that long straight current carrying conductor can also consider as a infinite long straight current carrying conductor for this point of observation. Clear? So now let's discuss one further. The next application of Biot-Savart's law, that is magnetic field strength due to a circular current carrying coil at its center. Application to magnetic field strength due to a circular current carrying coil at its center. The magnetic field strength due to a circular current carrying coil at its center. By the application of Biot-Savart's law, we have to find out the magnetic field strength. So let us consider this is a circular current carrying coil. This is the center O, and the radius of the circular current carrying coil is R. Clear? And its carry current I, that in this direction. Okay, we have to find out the magnetic field strength due to this circular current carrying coil at the point of observation O, or at the center of the circular current carrying coil O, due to this current carrying conductor. As according to Biot-Savart's law, we know what is the value of PV, mu naught I dl sin theta by 4 pi into r square. That is r square, the distance between the point of observation and current carrying element, and theta is the angle between the direction of current carrying element and the position vector of the point of observation with respect to current carrying element. So for this particular case, here we have to first assume a current carrying element. So let this is a very small length dl, and we are assuming the current carrying element of this circular current carrying coil. So as this is the current carrying element, the distance of the point of observation O from this is R. So this is also what the position vector. It can be represented as R vector, and the direction of current carrying element will always, as I already told you, that it is tangent to the current carrying conductor. So here the direction will be like this. This is the direction of IDL, current carrying element. So at this particular case, the value of theta, the angle between the direction of current carrying element and the position vector, is how much? 90 degree. As any tangent to any circle makes an angle 90 with its radius. So here the angle between the current direction of current carrying element IDL and the position vector R is 90. So by using this in this Biot-Savart's law, we will get what? The magnetic field strength B at O will be mu naught I by 4 pi into dl sine theta. Value is how much? 90 divided by what is the value of R square? The distance is capital R, radius of the circle, so R square. Here this is the expression for, let it be equation 1. This is the expression for what? The magnetic field strength at point O due to this much current carrying element of length dl. We want to calculate the complete magnetic field strength due to the complete circular ring. So we have to integrate it. So this can be written as how much? dV equal to mu naught I dl divided by 4 pi R square. Sine 90 is 1. Clear? So this is the value of dV. So for complete circular coil, circular current carrying coil, the value of B will be obtained by integrating equation 1 with respect to proper limit. So we have to integrate this one. So this can be written as how much? This one as sine 90 is 1. So dV integration 0 to B will be how much? Mu naught I dl divided by 4 pi R square. Integration. Here the variable is this dl, the current carrying element, and the length of the dl is varied from 0 to the complete length of the circular coil, that is the circumference of the circular coil of radius r, which is equal to 2 pi R. So its limit varies from 0 to 2 pi R. So this will becomes how much? B equal to mu naught I by 4 pi R square integration of dl 0 to 2 pi R equal, this implies B equal to mu naught I divided by 4 pi R square into integration dl 2 pi R, that is 2 pi R. So this will become how much? The B magnetic field strength at point O will be mu naught I by 4 pi R square into 2 pi R. So here you can write that how much? 2 pi cancel, R cancel, so it will become 2R. So the magnetic field strength at the center of a circular current carrying coil is how much? Mu naught I by 2R. What is R? R is the radius of the circular current carrying coil. You have to remember this formula. And its direction will be same again by right hand thumb rule, dl cross R outward, or if we spread the fingers along this and the thumb along the current carrying element like this, so the palm will be outward. So the direction of magnetic field strength at point O will be outward. So here this is the expression for B and the direction is outward. Clear? So this is the second application of Biot-Savart's law to calculate what? The magnetic field strength at the center of a circular current carrying coil. So first of all we have to assume a current carrying element of length dl due to which the magnetic field strength at the center will be this much, because the direction between current carrying element and the position vector of the point of observation is 90 degree, as the direction is tangent to the circular coil. So every tangent makes an angle 90 with what? The radius of the circular coil. So the net magnetic field strength at center will be mu naught I by 2r, and its direction we can obtain by using right hand thumb rule or right hand palm rule. Clear? So now let us discuss some application regarding this, some cases of this case. So if there is a circular arc which makes an angle phi at its center O and its carrying current I, then what is the magnetic field strength at this point O due to this circular current carrying arc which makes an angle phi? So to calculate this, let us assume a small current carrying element of length dl, okay, which makes an angle d theta under this radius of the circular arc is r. So let us assume a small current carrying element dl which makes an angle d theta at this center. So this much angle is d theta. Clear? Which from this end at a distance theta. If this much length makes an angle d theta, then this dl can be written as according to this is the arc length of dl and the radius of this complete arc is r. So this arc also have a radius of r and this makes an angle d theta at the center. So according to geometry we can write r equal to radius into angle. So from this the arc length is dl which is equal to radius r into angle equal to how much? D theta. Clear? So as the direction for this case also, the direction is of current carrying element is like this, I dl vector, and this is the position vector of this point of observation r, and the angle is again 90 degree. So according to Weierstrass law, what is the value of magnetic field strength at point O due to this much current carrying element? dP equal to mu naught I dl sin 90 divided by 4 pi r square. At sin 90 is 1, it will become how much? dP equal to mu naught I dl by 4 pi r square. Now we have to calculate the complete magnetic field strength due to the complete arc. So in place of dl we can write how much? R d theta. So this can be written as dB equal to how much? Mu naught I by 4 pi r square. In place of dl we can write r d theta. Clear? So r get cancelled. So it will become how much? dB equal to mu naught I divided by 4 pi r d theta. Now this is the magnetic field strength at point O due to the current carrying element dl which makes an angle theta. So the complete magnetic field strength due to the complete arc will be obtained by integrating this one. So what is the variable? Here the variable is d theta, and the d theta can vary from 0 to up to maximum the complete angle phi. So integrating we get how much? dB from 0 to b will be equal to mu naught I divided by 4 pi r d theta, which varies from 0 to phi. Clear? So the net magnetic field will be how much from this expression? We can get here the net magnetic field B equal to mu naught I divided by 4 pi r d theta relation 0 to phi. So it will be theta from 0 to phi. So this will become mu naught I by 4 pi r into phi equal to B. So this is the expression for net magnetic field strength at the center of any circular arc which makes an angle phi at its center, and the direction can be obtained easily by using right hand thumb rule or right hand palm rule. For this case it will be inward. Okay, here you can remember this formula. If a circular arc which makes an angle phi at the center, then the magnetic field strength at its center due to this circular current carrying arc will be this much. Clear? So now derive for this for a complete circle.
So as here it is a complete current carrying circular coil. So for this is a complete circular coil, so it makes an angle how much? 2 pi at the center. So replacing here phi equal to 2 pi in this formula, we will get how much? B at the center equal to mu naught I by 4 pi r. In place of phi we can write how much? 2 pi. For a complete circle it will become how much? Mu naught I by 2r. This is the net magnetic field at the center of a complete circular current carrying coil. Similarly, this is case 1. If there is a semicircular coil of radius r which carries current I, and we have to calculate the magnetic field strength at its center, then here the arc makes an angle how much? Pi. This is the arc which makes an angle pi at the center. So the magnetic field strength B will be how much? Mu naught I by 4 pi r. In place of phi at this formula we can add how much? Pi. So this will become how much? Mu naught I by 4r. So this is the net magnetic field strength at the center due to a semicircular current carrying coil. Clear? And this direction can be easily obtained by using right hand thumb rule or right hand palm rule. Clear? So this is how to calculate the net magnetic field strength at the center of a circular coil. We can derive it, or for any circular arc which makes an phi at the center, and for semicircular and complete circular, or you can do it for any circular arc. Okay, so this is all about the Biot-Savart's law and its application for infinite long state conductor, a finite long state conductor, and the different cases or different position at which we want to calculate the net magnetic field strength due to a long state conductor, and the magnetic field strength at the center of a circular current carrying coil, and due to any circular arc at the center, what will be the value of magnetic field strength? We already discussed in this class. In next class we will discuss further and with some more applications regarding the Biot-Savart's law. Okay.